Another way that you can view some data about your AdWords account is using the Dimensions tab. I'm going to walk you through how to use that and some of the different options there and what they mean. So go over here to the Dimensions tab, and you can click here, and you can see a whole list of options, and I'll walk you through each of these. So first of all, you could look at conversion category or conversion name, and you can see it gives you some different information about your specific conversion or conversion category if we had data during this date range. So that can be very helpful. Labels, I have a separate lecture about labels, but this is where you can go to view kind of account-wide performance for the labels that you're using. So this is very helpful if you're running specific tests for ad copy, or if you have seasonal campaigns that have certain labels, or a lot of different options you can use labels for, and this is where you can view data about them. You can also use the Dimensions report to view information about times. Hour of day is especially helpful. You can look at that and see over a given time range, are you getting a lot of traffic during specific hours of the day, or maybe do you have a better click-through rate, or maybe a lower cost per click during certain hours of the day, or maybe do you have a best conversion rate during certain hours of the day. And you can use all that information to bid differently on different hours of the day based upon your actual campaign performance. Destination URL is an old option. For new ads, you cannot create a destination URL, so it's kind of a legacy feature. They'll probably get rid of that at some point. Final URL is very helpful. If you want to see all the landing pages to which you're sending traffic, go here, and it'll tell you all the ones that you're using, and also how much traffic they're getting, impressions, click-through rate, etc. So it's very helpful. Top movers is a report which gives you a quick summary of what campaigns or keywords or ad groups have had the largest changes recently in terms of performance. So this is where you can go if you want to get a quick look at your account and what has changed recently. Geographic and user locations are both very similar. They're telling you data about the people who are in the areas that you're targeting geographically, or just the geographic areas that you're targeting, and you can see a bunch of different data about those things there. Distance is applicable if you're using a location extension, and it will actually give you data about a predetermined number of percentage distances away from your location extension. So for example, 5-mile radius from your location extension, or 25-mile radius. It's a pretty neat way of seeing how engagement changes based upon how close someone is to your physical location. Search terms, this is another way to view the search terms report. I typically view it using the keywords tab, but it doesn't make a difference where you look at it. Paid and organic. This option here is if you combine what Google used to call Google Webmaster Tools, but they now call the Google Search Console, with your AdWords data. And you can actually see data. So for example, say you have an organic listing and an ad that both show at the same time in response to a search term. You can see some information about that here. So it's pretty neat to see how your paid campaigns are adding extra value to your organic listings. Automatic placements is relevant for display network campaigns. You can also see this information within the display network tab, but it tells you just on what placements Google is automatically placing your ads. Free clicks. Don't get too excited by the word free clicks. There are some scenarios. For example, say you have an image ad that is expandable, and someone can click to expand the image ad. Maybe they aren't charged for that click, but they will be charged if they click on the ad again to actually visit your website. Those kinds of interactions are called free clicks, and they'll show up here. So it's not too helpful. It kind of gives you a level of engagement, but I wouldn't rely on this too much. Call details tells you about the calls that you're receiving through your call extension, assuming you're using a Google forwarding number. And you can see start time, end time, duration, caller area code. Some pretty neat information. It's not as good as using a third-party call tracking solution because you can't see the full phone number. You can't listen to the phone call to see what the actual value is. But it does provide some value, so this is a good report. And then campaign details and ad group details, they're both very similar. These are super helpful. You can see here they list the ad groups or the campaigns in your account, and they give you some of the vital statistics about each one, what the subtype is, what the type is, what if there are any labels assigned to it, and then also if you have any disapproved ads, how many keywords are active, disapproved keywords, if you're using negative keywords, site links, so forth and so on. It's a really great report to check and make sure you haven't missed maybe adding some extensions to an ad group or campaign, or if you have missed adding negative keywords, something like that. Definitely check out this option here. And that is a Dimensions tab. So it's a bunch of reports, a bunch of data. Some of it's more helpful than other of it, but I definitely recommend checking it out and using what you think is relevant for you.